Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So I just finished a virtual Yelp event with Chef Eric from Eats by E, and they're based in Berkeley, California. So from what I understood, they're typically a pop-up dinner kind of place, but I'll put their social media in the description box below so you can check out what they're doing if you're interested. So they walked us through kind of how to make everything, and I figured it was best to give my full attention to the screen and then come and make it all with you. But in comparison to the last Yelp Elite event making pizza, the work for this seems a little bit more intense, but we're gonna give it a go. So the first thing I'm gonna get started with is the chicken adobo. So I put everything together this morning to let it soak for a little bit. So it's soy sauce, vinegar, bay leaves, pepper, and garlic. So we're gonna take it and we're gonna put it in the pot. So I turned it on high, let it come to a boil, then turned it down to simmer for about 35 to 40 minutes. Now we're gonna turn to the bibingka, which is like a cake, but it doesn't seem like it's so sweet from the description that they were giving in the video. So this is a sugar butter mixture, and we took it out of the fridge a little bit ago to let it kind of get soft. He did all of this with his hands, so I'm gonna do it all with my hands. So I just added the butter sugar mixture, and now I'm gonna add the flour, salt, and baking powder mixture. It's a rice flour, and it's all combined into this because he was kind enough to provide us Yelp Elites with portioned things. So I'm gonna toss that in, and then we're gonna mix it all up with the hands. Then we're gonna add a mixture of coconut milk and fresh milk, and we're gonna whisk this because I think it would get really messy if I used my hands. Next, we're gonna add 3 eggs. So now that everything's mixed together, we grease the pan and then we start pouring it in. So we're gonna start with the shrimp lumpia to avoid cross-contamination. So I just took off the front of the shells, but we're leaving the tails on, and I butterflied them. Then I made this fun little jelly mixture. I don't know if you can see it, it looks hot. And it is cornstarch and water, and so that's essentially gonna seal the wrap. The wraps look like little squares. For the shrimp ones, we're gonna cut them diagonally. You're gonna take the cream cheese, it has cream cheese and chives, which I'm actually really excited about. He said that his mom started making lumpia this way because she would get the crab ragoons like at the Chinese restaurants, which are like the least Chinese thing, and so she decided to put it in her lumpia. And I love crab ragoons. Ragoons. Then you're gonna put the butterflied shrimp with the tail side up. Then you're gonna pull the corner in and put the corner closest to you across. He made it look so easy and so clean. And then you're gonna start rolling. And then once you get close to the end, you're gonna take the little cornstarch mixture, and it's gonna serve as like a glue. So for the chicken ones, we're gonna start with a full square. We're gonna get a heaping tablespoon, put that in the center. Pinch it out. Then we're gonna tuck the sides. Fold it over, lightly press, kind of tuck it. I say this like I know what I'm doing. And when you get to about there, use the cornstarch mixture and roll it. I don't think that's too bad. So now that they're all rolled, they may not be the most pretty, but Hopefully they taste good. We are going to deep fry them, which I am terrified for. Ah! This is so scary. So here's the finished lumpia product. They are a little darker than what I'm typically used to, but I tasted one and it's pretty good, so I can't be too hard on myself. I'm not a chef. But I have to say that that was definitely the hardest thing to do. The frying scared me. And then we have the chicken adobo, a little bit of sauce in there with some rice, got a little bay leaf, even though I don't like bay leaves. And then last but not least, we have the bibingka, which I think we may do this with some whipped cream and some strawberries. Probably not the way that you traditionally eat it, but sounds good to me. Thanks for joining me for another cooking adventure inspired and made possible by Yelp Elite. If you liked this video, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next week where we drink some wine. Well, I'll drink some wine.